Hannah entered the old house as darkness fell. A cold wind swept through broken windows, stirring moving shadows on cracked walls. Every step echoed in the empty rooms and sent her heart pounding. A creaking floorboard behind her caused a moment of panic. Distant sounds drifted from long, silent halls. A faint glow appeared at the end of a narrow corridor, drawing her closer. Her eyes searched for clues in the dim light. The quiet air held warnings of hidden eyes. Uncertain yet brave, Hannah pressed onward, aware hidden danger and truth awaited in every corner, ready to change everything. Tell us where you are watching from. Please press the thumbs up and subscribe. Rebecca lay on a cold hospital bed, her thoughts filled with worry and sorrow. The sterile white room held only the low hum of machines and the steady beat of her heart. In her arms, her newborn child slept peacefully, unaware of the lonely world outside. The night felt endless, and every shadow in the room stirred a quiet fear within her. She did not know why she was left behind. No nurse came to ask if she needed help, and no friendly face brightened the dark corridor. All she had was her baby, a small, fragile promise of a better tomorrow. The hospital seemed to keep its secrets hidden, leaving Rebecca with nothing but unanswered questions and a growing hope that someone might come for them. Then out of now, a soft sound echoed from the far end of the long, empty hallway. The gentle shuffle of footsteps reached her ears, pulling her attention away from the worry that had clouded her eyes. A faint light began to seep into the corridor, as if inviting her to step toward it. The sound grew steadily, its rhythm both mysterious and kind, and it filled the silent night with the promise of change. Rebecca held her baby close, feeling the tiny warmth of a new heartbeat against her chest. With trembling steps, she moved toward the door at the end of the hallway. The light from outside danced on the polished floor, and the sound of those footsteps awakened a long-forgotten sense of hope. Each step felt like a leap into the unknown, the soft glow at the door a gentle guide toward a secret that might change both of their lives. At that moment, the door slowly creaked open, revealing a dark, silent passage beyond. The soft light and the mysterious sound in the hall hinted at a world waiting to be discovered. A world where the answers to her questions might finally begin to appear. Rebecca stepped through the glowing door, leaving the long, echoing corridor behind her. The light spilled into a small, round room, filled with soft shadows and delicate patterns on the floor. She felt both fear and a deep, growing hope in her chest. Every careful step made her heart beat faster, as if it were telling her that beyond this door lay the answers to the questions that had haunted her since she arrived at the hospital. Inside the room, there were curious paintings on the walls and old photographs scattered on a table near a window. The room smelled faintly of lavender and old paper, scents that reminded her of a simple, happy past she once knew. With each small detail, the mystery deepened. It was as if the room itself was a storyteller, whispering secrets of long-forgotten times and promising that new ones were ready to be written. She felt that every corner of the room was waiting for her to discover its hidden truth about why she'd been left alone with her newborn and what awaited them both in the days ahead. As she moved further in, her eyes caught a glimmer of something unusual tucked away behind a faded curtain. The object shone with a soft light, drawing her closer with its quiet allure. Had this been placed here just for her? The feeling of destiny intertwined with uncertainty made her pause and look at her baby tucked safely in her arms. The gentle silence in the room and the allure of the mysterious object promised that the real journey was only beginning, filled with more secrets to uncover, challenges to face, and moments of hope to embrace. Rebecca stood at the edge of this new mystery, ready to step deeper into the unknown path that had appeared before her, as the story of her and her newborn's destiny unfolded further into a night full of possibilities. Rebecca took a deep breath and stepped slowly into the glowing room. Every step made her heart beat faster as she carefully examined the clues the room offered. She saw old photographs and faded paintings on the walls that showed faces smiling long ago. The soft light made each picture seem to whisper a story of the hospital's past. It was as if the place was alive with secrets waiting for someone to uncover them. Her eyes landed again on the small, round medallion she had discovered near the window. The medallion shone with a gentle warmth, and a tiny familiar engraving caught her eye. It matched a symbol she had seen in the old photographs. Clutching it tightly in her hand, she sensed that this medallion might be a key to a long-forgotten promise or secret kept safe by the hospital for many years. Nearby, on a worn wooden table, lay a bundle of dusty papers and an old letter written in neat, simple words. The letter, though quiet without any spoken sound, painted a picture of caring hands and hidden bonds that had once connected people inside these walls. The simple words filled Rebecca with the hope that even in abandonment, someone might have been watching over her and her child. With the medallion safely in her pocket and the letter carefully folded, Rebecca turned her attention to the faded map in the old book. The map was drawn with simple lines and marks that pointed to a secret part of the hospital. Each mark seemed like a gentle invitation to follow the trail of clues, clues that might reveal the truth about why she had been left in a place full of mystery and loneliness. Stepping away from the quiet room, Rebecca followed the narrow path marked on the map. The well-worn floor creaked under her careful steps, and the cool air that escorted her carried a hint of secrets from long ago. The path led her to a heavy wooden door with carvings similar to those on her medallion. Its paint was faded by time, and the carvings seemed to glow softly in the dim light. With a careful push, the door opened to reveal a long, quiet hall lined with rows of dusty books and ancient records. Every book on the shelf and every fragile paper in the records whispered a forgotten tale. It felt as though the hospital had preserved many stories, each waiting for someone to bring them back to life. The quiet hall seemed to promise that deeper answers about her past and the strange journey she now found herself on would soon be uncovered. Holding her newborn close, Rebecca stepped into the hall, feeling both a gentle comfort and a stirring excitement. The path before her was quiet but filled with hints of hope. Each step was a promise that the mystery would unfold slowly, revealing more secrets of the past in a future full of unknown wonders. Rebecca clutched the delicate key tightly, its cool metal a silent promise against the soft hum of the hidden room. The key's small carved symbol matched exactly with the marks on the mysterious box resting on the old wooden table. The box with its curious carvings waited patiently as if it held a secret meant only for her. The room was filled with a gentle light that made its faded contents seem alive with hidden magic, and every corner whispered hints of a past full of care and wonder. Slowly, Rebecca bent toward the box. Her eyes followed every detail, the smooth curves of the wood, the careful carvings telling their own silent story, and an almost forgotten echo of music from long past that seemed to float in the air. The key and the box felt deeply connected, like two parts of an unspoken promise, waiting to reveal a forgotten truth. As her fingers trembled with both fear and hope, she positioned the key by the lock, feeling that this simple act could open more than just a box. It could unlock parts of her own history. With a cautious turn of the key, the old lock clicked softly. The sound was like the first word of a long-hidden tale, and each click of the mechanism filled Rebecca with both excitement and questions. Who had created the lock meant for her? What secret did the box guard? Stories of loss, love, or perhaps a promise made to her long ago. The mystery of her arrival and the many silent clues scattered in the hospital began to weave a single thread that led here, to this quiet moment of discovery. Around her, the secret room seemed to pulse with anticipation. Each artifact, from the faded photographs hanging on the wall to the gentle rustle of ancient papers on a nearby shelf, was part of a larger story that intertwined with her own. The key's soft glow in her hand, the familiar symbol from the medallion still warm in her pocket, and the quiet whisper of the room all answered her silent plea for connection to a past that felt both alien and strikingly familiar. The box's lid trembled as it slowly began to open, not with a bang, but with a gentle creak that invited her to peer inside. For a long moment, Rebecca held her breath, the soft rhythm of her heart echoing in the quiet space. In that suspended time, every detail around her, the playful dance of light and shadow, the dusty scent of old hope, and the ever-present silence that held so many untold stories, seemed to promise that she was on the brink of understanding a secret that had been kept safe for years. In that delicate balance between memory and mystery, Rebecca felt that the journey ahead would be full of challenges and heartwarming encounters. With her newborn cradled close and the very first secret unfurling before her eyes, she stood at the start of a path that promised yet more questions and even greater discoveries, a path that gently disappeared into a future as mysterious and hopeful as the soft light guiding her way. Inside the box, Rebecca found a small scrapbook with fragile, yellowed pages that crinkled softly under her gentle touch. Each page showed simple drawings and neat words that told of a family filled with hope, love, and long-ago memories. Resting between these pages was a sealed envelope bearing the same mysterious symbol as the medallion in her pocket. Its presence promised secrets that waited patiently to be discovered. With trembling fingers, Rebecca broke the delicate seal of the envelope. The letter inside was written in clear, simple words that carried a quiet power. It spoke of a time when a family was united by a special bond and protected by a charm that was represented by a small locket. The letter revealed that the locket, now resting on a faded page beside the letter, had once belonged to a guardian who vowed to keep those in need safe. The words hinted that the medallion and the locket were pieces of a great puzzle meant to guide a child with a very important future. As she read each simple sentence, Rebecca felt a steady warmth grow in her heart. Although the letter did not reveal every mystery, it pointed her to a hidden room within the hospital. The letter mentioned a secret passage behind an old bookshelf in the hospital's grand hall, a place that had remained closed for many years. The promise of discovering more about her heritage and the reason she had been left here stirred a new courage within her. With the letter folded carefully and the locket resting warmly in her palm, along with the medallion still in her pocket, Rebecca stepped deeper into the hospital. Cradling her newborn close, she crossed quiet corridors with soft echoes of footsteps and the murmurs of old memories. Every step carried her closer to the grand hall, where rows of dusty books waited silently and where stories of the past were hidden in every shadow. In the grand hall beneath a gentle beam of light from a high window, an ancient bookshelf stood silently against the wall. Its worn wood and faded carving spoke of many years gone by, and behind it, a thin outline of a hidden door began to appear. The carved symbols on that door were a perfect match for those on the medallion and the locket, linking together all the clues into one mysterious puzzle. With careful determination, Rebecca shifted the heavy shelf aside, revealing the small, unremarkable door that pulsed with a quiet energy. Holding her baby close as a symbol of hope for the future, Rebecca reached out toward the hidden door. Each heartbeat and quiet breath confirmed that she was about to step in the next chapter of her family's long hidden story. Rebecca gently pushed open the hidden door and stepped into a quiet room filled with soft, golden light. There on a dusty table lay a large family album and a box of letters tied with a faded blue ribbon. As she opened the album, she discovered neat, simple drawings and photographs of families smiling together, showing love and care that wrapped around her like a warm blanket. Every page told a secret story of a family that had always believed in kindness and hope, and now these memories were reaching out to her. With every careful glance, Rebecca realized that she was not truly abandoned. The hospital, with its hidden halls and secret treasures, had kept her safe until her time had come to learn of the legacy that connected her to a long line of caring hearts. The medallion, the locket, and the letters were pieces of a puzzle that showed how love could find its way through even the loneliest nights. In that quiet space, she understood that her past and her future were woven into a story of bravery, trust, and the special bond of family. Looking down at her sleeping newborn, Rebecca felt a deep peace. The old secrets, once locked away in hidden rooms and forgotten letters, had finally been shared with her. With the gentle warmth of new memories filling her heart, she knew that her journey had brought her home. The hospital, once filled with cold shadows, had turned into a place of discovery and new beginnings. In that final quiet moment, Rebecca smiled softly, embracing the truth that she and her child would grow surrounded by the tender care of a loving family, a promise that would light their way for all the days ahead.